Oh no. Okay, thank you for the message. Thank you for the messages. Okay, okay. Once again, yeah, it always sounded. I had audio here, but you don't had audio. So okay, let's do this again. Thank you for the notice. All right. Again, this welcome to the Lightning Hacksprint. So this time with audio, and I hope everybody can hear me now. Um, yeah, this is a Lightning Hack sprint, not a Lightning Hack Day, what we normally do. So normally we do with Full Moon Lightning Hack Days, where we meet and in person and hack on open source Lightning projects. But this time it's a hack sprint because everybody stays home. So let's do this online. And we had good experience in the past with past hack sprints. And again, it's not a hackathon, so you don't need to be all the time on your keyboard. It's more like a time to come together, push projects forward, to meet up, discuss ideas, maybe even get new projects starting, and to exchange on Lightning projects in general. So that's the mission of the Hacksprint. Good that you're here. And even if you're not on the live stream and you're watching this as a recording, please ignore the first without the audio stuff. So this is now with audio. You're also good to join in later on and just say hello. And I will give you a complete overview how this is now working, how what projects are about here to enter. But again, also if you have a project later on, we can add this one or make a self-organized session from your point. So I will now give you share my tab over here. The Lightning Hacksprint full. Oh, all right. Once again, we want that with audio, right? So so again, you like the audio, I heard. So let's do this with audio again. One moment. Okay. So because the point where we all meet up and get our basic information from is the Lightning Hacksprint wiki. You should see this now. Let's see if this is working. Yes, this is looking good. So again, the wiki you find always at wiki.fullmoon.org. This is the place where you get your basic information about the event, and you should find everything a little bit more in ordered fashion. So the most basic thing, what's the timetable? So today we start, this is you're already here at this point at 6 p.m. at the kickoff, and this is the live stream. And then we will have kind of about 3 days this time. It's a little bit longer than we had normally. So this is now going until Tuesday, and at 6 p.m. we make a wrap up. So it's also a live stream where I then try to summarize a bit what was happening over the time, and so that we can see some outcomes and everybody knows what was happening. But between this, there's a lot of more happening. There's also self-organized sessions. We will take a look at the end at the self-organized session. So what else do we have here for you to watch? Again, maybe I haven't mentioned, you don't need a ticket here to join or a reservation or something. You can really just freely hop in without any registration. You can even tell a friend or somebody to join in later, so no problem. The only thing that we kind of recommend for everybody to do is to do the full Moon MetaMost. So here in the full Moon MetaMost, please register here, make your account, and then you will find a lot of different channels for every project. And so this is the way how you can interact with a project and coordinate on a project and maybe exchange, ask questions. And also if you have any questions about the Hacksprint itself, there's also a channel for that to ask all your questions. But of course, sometimes chat is not enough. You maybe want to coordinate on more. This is then where the full Mojitsi, so we have a full Mojitsi instance from which you can just grab a video room, and there you can then just share the link in the MetaMost with your project friends there, and you can then very quickly go into a video conference. You don't need to switch on the webcam, but to talk about maybe some special things is very helpful. So the full Mojitsi is always there for you to grab video chat and get into more details. If this is kind of your first hackathon kind of things, always take a look how to survive a hackathon. But again, this is more a relaxed event. It's not really a time pressure. So it's the idea to bring stuff forward. The question is, what is it? What is the kind of projects around? This is where you find the challenges. So let's take a look. We have some projects registered. Again, if you still have an idea or you have a project, you're still free to ping me on the MetaMost. My nick there is Rootsall. So just ping me and we can maybe even add a project later on and discuss about it. So let's take a look what projects we already have in the list for you. So here is the Raspberry Blitz project. That's where I'm the kind of one of the lead developers there, and we have a lot of stuff there for you to hang out. The Raspberry Blitz is is just for people that maybe not know it, is to run a Bitcoin and Lightning full node on a Raspberry Pi. You can build it together. If you don't have one at home, so it's not maybe that easy to work on this task, but a lot of people have one and like to contribute. So let's take a very quick look here what issues are for you up to grab. So first of all, we have prepared a release candidate for 1.6.3. It's a smaller update. It's not a big update, but there's some stuff in there that always likes testing before we push it out as a release. So this is something, just if you have a Raspberry Blitz there, please don't let it be your production Raspberry Blitz. If it's a testing node you have, that's perfect then to test the release candidate on and give feedback on there. If there's still something not working, that's very helpful benefit. Because again, you don't need to be a programmer per se to do stuff, but you need to be technically interested. And just to test out stuff like this release candidate or even other software, it's very helpful and give feedback on the project. And even if you have other skills, just ask on the projects where you might fit in. Again, there's a lot of other stuff here. You can just check it out. There's some smaller stuff. There's nice thing like Telecoin could be connected so that you can use Telecoin, but with your own node, so they don't control any funds of you. This would be nice to have in a future release, and it's a nice thing to work on. You can integrate more additional software you may be interested on. It's a lot of smaller stuff to test if you like to tinker a little bit more on the hardware stuff. It's always nice if you can maybe integrate the watchtowers a little bit more, like I watch your back, you watch my back, because it's already in LND. We just need to put it into a little bit more upfront for people to do. So there's a lot of nice things here that maybe inspire you on the tickets, what's to take and to work on Raspberry Blitz. And again, if you're interested in do so, register on the MetaMost, and this is the channel here, the chat room channel. You just kind of say hello, I'm interested, and then we can come together and exchange. And if you need a little bit like introduction on how to get started with Raspberry Blitz development in general, there's a YouTube video recording over here that should get you started and give you an idea what kind of levels of contribution you can make to such a project as the Raspberry Blitz. But of course, that's not the only project we have for you. That's also PyBlock people are around, and the PyBlock is also available on the Raspberry Blitz, but you don't need to Raspberry Blitz to run it. So if you're more into Python programming and interested in interfaces to Lightning and Bitcoin, this is definitely something for you to check out. It's a kind of nice library of what you can do, like a tool set, like a Swiss Army knife of small things, some fun things, some you can run the numbers there, calculate how much the Bitcoins are out there, stuff like this. So this is very interesting. If you're more like a Python guy, definitely, or a girl, of course, check out here the PyBlock section of the project. And again, here is the link to the chat channel to get in contact. Then there's the Wiki Lightning spam protection. This is something we had as an idea for a project also in past kind of Hacksprints, but maybe I also already saw somebody kind of checking it out. It would be so nice if this wiki over here that we're using can be done with a protection where you pay some satoshis to edit it, because at the moment we have it password protected just to protect against cheap spam. Because there was people spamming. If it's an open wiki, people just spam it. But if you have to pay some satoshis to edit it, not much, but at least some, it's a spam protection. It would be nice to have a plugin for MediaWiki for us to use it, and maybe for other people in the future also. So if you have questions there, there's also the channel you can join there. Micropayments, this is a micropayment wallet for MoneySocket. MoneySocket is an interesting idea to how to more deeply integrate the different apps and micropayments between them. And there's even a video he linked here. So maybe just take a look. And I hope the audio sharing is working. So if you don't hear an audio, please write me again on the Mattermost at Rootsall. Otherwise, we will give it this a try. Let's see.
So I'm going to be participating for Money Socket in the Lightning Hacksprint here. It starts on December 27th. It's evening time, Berlin, but that's like noon Eastern time. That's 10 a.m. My time and Mountain time. So yeah, it's a sort of a 2-day event. So I'll be working on a Money Socket project, actually this wallet that the video is coming through on. I'll explain in a second. But yeah, the overall task, and it's set as a challenge here, so you can find the details on how to participate on there by clicking through. But yeah, I've got this web wallet that I've shown in all the demos in the past. So you can go see how that works. This is obviously very rudimentary. It's not meant for end users. So the idea is to replace this with something that's a little more usable, and that's what you see in this window. I've kind of started with the skeleton of the app. So I've kind of, made it look, there's, a menu, but doesn't have anything there. The idea is we want to be able to, click on these past transaction, get the, the Bolt 11 and the pre-image stuff. Yeah, I do have the code written to include QR scanning. So, I can show you that working right here with I got a QR code on my phone. It can lock into that. So they're detected. Now, it didn't do anything with it. Just in the console here, it just shows what was in the QR code, which was a Money Socket beacon. But yeah, I'm not doing anything. It just goes back to the main screen. So I need to write some code to actually, do the right thing, whether it's a Bolt 11 or it's a Money Socket beacon to then do the connection. So, basically, yeah, just a rewrite of this app in a lot friendlier way. We're trying to do somewhat good design, nice looking CSS. I'm not a web dev by any stretch, so this is kind of the what I was able to do. So somebody that has a better touch at that kind of thing could certainly add a lot of value if you'd be so gracious to help me out. If not, yeah, I'll just be plugging through on my own, and I'd be happy to talk about anything Money Socket related or anything else during that time. So yeah, get on the Mattermost, and yeah, hope to see you there. Thanks.
All right, so. This is also a nice idea, like to produce a small video that we can also share maybe on a wrap up. So a good example how we can easily present stuff. But of course, we can also in the wrap up maybe get people on the on the Jitsi itself. So this should be fine. Okay, let's continue. Quick check. Audio is still on. That's good. I'm just a little bit curious now about the audio stuff. All right. The Money Socket thing you find here at the channel, if you're interested more to get more details or just ask question. Again, if you join such a channel, it doesn't mean you're committed 100%. It's just you join in there, ask a question. And if it's not your project, just roam around and check the other ones out. And then there is the LMP node. That's implementation of a Lightning node in Rust. So as you can see there, it's a complex project. So there's stuff that you maybe want to get into. There are YouTube videos explaining the architecture and the background. But I think it's very interesting for you to, if you're really into the things of building, really implementing the Lightning protocol. This is really something where you can get a good grip here. So interesting project to check out. And again, you are free to ask all the questions over here in the Lightning, in the Mattermost channel. And then we have the people from the Swings chat app around. So maybe you don't know what the Swings chat app is. Let me quickly give you an idea. Lightning, we all have our Lightning nodes and they are in a decentralized network. So, and the idea was like, oh, we can send messages maybe around this decentralized network. So we really have to transport and encrypted transport over a decentralized network there and the messenger. And the Swings app is one app that implemented this kind of chat protocol. And it already developed into a little bit more, like you can do group chats there, they're called tribes, and even now people from the podcast scene, like the Adam Curry is experimenting with podcasting 2.0, where he wants to patch Lightning payments and donations into the RSS podcast infrastructure. And the Swings app is also a wallet, of course, and so it allows you to have a podcast tribe and why you listen to a podcast that donates to that podcast, things like that. So it's a lot of interesting stuff how you can combine a messenger and a wallet. And it's a very lively project. A lot of people trying out stuff there. And we also have a session. We have 2 sessions. One session, hopefully today, to give you an intro on how to build your tribe and customize it. That's on the session list. We see later. And maybe should be tomorrow the podcasting 2.0 from Anita, some more experience on how this experiment is going. And again, there's also a lot of stuff that it's worth to check out. And maybe you built a plugin for a tribe to do something interesting there with Lightning. So any questions we have here, there might be some off times for the people mentoring the project. So, but on the channel, you should be available there to get in contact with them and see what you can build there. Then we have our RC3 assembly integration, because there's an event happening in parallel. The CCC is making every year his big congress. This time this is also a remote event called the RC3, and we have an assembly over there running at the same time. It's a parallel event. So there's the 402 payment required assembly, and there's the Bitcoin Sofa. And on the 402, we are also broadcasting or linking some sessions happening over here, and it would be also great if you can make more integrations into the RC3 world. There is, for example, a 2D play map where you can walk around like a little playing figure and play and explore the whole assemblies. We can play stuff there and maybe make some interactions. There are badges that we can maybe sell for Satoshis. Please just for 1 Satoshi, because there should be just a technical demo there, but it would be nice. People can earn achievement badges, and maybe we can make it very easy integration to sell them such a badge for 1 Satoshi. And maybe we even give them the Satoshi before with a voucher or something. But it's getting people excited. Let's let them trying them out, those Satoshi things. And so there's a lot of little things you can explore. If you have questions about this, please join the channel. And again, I'm very happy to guide you through. Here's some documentations, how those 3D maps works. If you already want to take a look, and there's a link to the assembly map. I can help you out on all those stuff if you have further questions. It would be very nice if you can transport even some hacky projects into this demo world and then show them over there. Then there is the Lightning browser extension. This is by Boomi, and this is as you can see, maybe people remember there's Joule browser extension, or that's based, has a standard web LN. The idea is really to have a very tight integration. So if you surf around the web, you maybe just want to have a very quick way to make payments to websites. And Joule was always a great prototype of this, showing how this could work. But here, this project is saying, it's just working with the LND, and maybe we want something more, a next iteration of such a browser plugin, and have it work with different kind of setups with all the wallets, mobile wallets that are out there, maybe even so you compare with your mobile wallet. So I think very interesting prototype to develop here for use cases. Maybe even there is some connection to the Money Socket project. So again, you don't see a MetaMost chat here, but we will add this very, very soon. So and then you can even join on this thing. So remind me very quickly, we need to add a channel here. Okay, so these are the challenges that are already here. Again, if you still have something to share here or project to join, still time to do this, let me know. So much for the challenges, but we have a little bit more maybe to incentivize you. If you're completely new and you're thinking about, wow, I'm not sure what I do, maybe some rewards can incentivize you a little bit more. So there are some bounties to catch. So there's still a bounty to catch for the wiki spam protection. So again, it should be for the media wiki, but any prototype that we can see working there, I think it's worth the bounty that's still out there. And again, I think this bounty even gets more and more. That's nice. There's the FinTS server bounty. This is also from the last Hacksprint. Nobody took it that time, but I still find it very interesting. And the idea is there is a standard out there called FinTS that is normally done for normal bookkeeping software. It's a basic standard. A lot of programs that are already out there for bookkeeping use this, and it would be very, and it's to to patch your accounts, your normal bank accounts, into this booking software. And it would be very nice and very helpful for a lot of people that try to use Bitcoin in the real world out there, in real economic situations, like companies. So to integrate their Bitcoin account, a Lightning node account, into their bookkeeping software. And best would be to see how we can maybe use the standard, so that we can plug very easily, once we're compatible with the standard, we can very easily plug this into those bookkeeping software. So, and now it's maybe not the sexiest topic over there, but I think once we have something like this, it's very, very powerful for a lot of people out there. So there's a bounty to catch. And maybe this incentivizes you a bit, so go ahead. And there is, of course, there's a challenge over there and there's a MetaMost channel. But again, if you have any questions about those bounties, just ping me on the MetaMost. And then there's a LM-Bits bounty. LM-Bits is how to say, it's a platform built in Python, where you can kind of, your Lightning node, you can chop it into sub accounts and give people a very easy way to build extensions on this. So you can have a lot of little accounts that you can connect with different plugins. So there's a lot of things out there. Maybe just check out there, even 4 times for little extensions you can build, or maybe that are wanted over here. You can take a look over here and maybe catch one of those bounties. All right. So much for the bounties. Hope some bounty hunters out there. I recently heard bounty hunting is very cool on TV, so maybe even cool in the real world. So last but not least, even sometimes you need something just to kick back and check out some sessions. And here is the self-organized session program we have for you. So this is the detailed time schedule we have. Again, you're not limited to what you have over here. You can always make spontaneous stuff, but this is kind of the schedule. You can take a look what's happening. So again, we already doing the kickoff. So you're right here. What we're doing like next, in the next kind of hour is to give you time to get through the project chats on the MetaMost and just hang out a bit and see what projects fits you best. And then if you're interested in some sessions, there is the wallet scrutiny and reproducible build happening. And at 8, it's always Berlin time. Again, think about like what's this is in your local time. And again, these are happening on the Hacksprint Jitsi. You just open it, and then please don't. But you're cool. You just keep your video down and your audio muted until it's Q&A time, and that's cool. Then we have at 9 today. Hopefully this is happening, because I heard some people is ill, but maybe this is hopefully this is happening. It's how to create and customize your own tribe on the Swings Chat app. So for people that are experimenting with that kind of area, I think this is or interested in the challenges, this is a good entry point to get an idea here, to get an introduction. So I think, but even if you don't participate in the challenge, maybe it's interesting for you to know what is this Swings Chat app really doing, and what possibilities do we have here. So this is the kind of thing we have for you today. But okay, there are 2 more days. So there's Monday, and Monday, Oliver will kick it off here from Lightning Labs and tell us, or is ready for your question and answers, all about the upcoming LND version 0.12. So really go there. I think it's a great kickoff for the morning to see what's coming up with a new LND version. Then we have a session about Bitcoin design. So not exactly into the details, but I think it's about graphical design and how to. It's also good. I know we are programmers. Not very keen on the design thing often, but maybe there are some quick takeaways over here, like something you can very quickly adapt and make the UX better and recognition better from a lot of stuff. So definitely interesting to check out how to communicate maybe all those little details best in your apps and applications. Then there is a kind of Q&A happening on AMA, also Ask Me Anything session happening here. So if you have an idea that can form into a business kind of things, maybe there's the Vulgar Ventures is in, you can just get a talk there and just quickly check out, is there any potential here, or in which direction can I maybe develop a project, an open source project, to make it longer lasting in like a financial situation, maybe even form a startup around or a service company, something that may be interesting. So these are your Q&As over there. Then Anita has the podcasting 2.0. So this is the experiment I was telling about that Adam Curry, the father of podcasting. So it's very interesting. You have this podcasting community. They discovered Bitcoin and Lightning especially, and Adam Curry is proposing and experimenting here already in the action. So there's prototypes out there, people already doing this. And Anita was trying this out and will give us her kind of feedback, what's possible, why it maybe makes sense, and how far we are, and maybe what's next, what's missing. So also maybe good takeaways here of what you can maybe implement then in the Swings app, for example. So definitely recommend that one. Then we have the Chris Ellis will report a little bit from Cypherpunk to Solarpunk. So he was very much experimenting. How can I run a node in independent infrastructure? So getting power from solar, getting I think even on the network, using Freifunk, so using mesh networks. So this could be interesting. So just if you want to get a little bit more Solarpunky, Chris Ellis is definitely an interesting talk. And then back to back, we hopefully have Chimenzi Shooter here again and giving us an update on how the rollout or his mission on bringing Bitcoin and Lightning infrastructure to Africa is working, because especially I think this works good together, like for rural areas, to have nodes really running and bringing it really to other areas of the world. So this is, I think, also very inspiring talks I'm looking forward to. Then there is what do we have? Yeah, the big thing, what's Spectre. So a lot of people know this already, but I think there's, if you want to experiment with multi-signatures and wallet management and have a good UI for your Bitcoin node you may be running on your Raspberry Blitz or somewhere else, Spectre is a very interesting UI, and I think Kim will give us there an overview and introduction to Spectre. And then this is a little bit a special we have for you because we're end of year kind of event. So it's always good to have a review over the year. And we will have the BitDevs Berlin here giving us a Socratic seminar for around about 2 hours and giving the whole year a retrospective and what was happening in Bitcoin development. And of course, Lightning is part of that. So very interesting to watch. Maybe this is a lot of information and then you need a little fun time. So after this, we will have a Lightning Kahoot, which is maybe some people played it already. It's a kind of quiz game you can do on a live stream or video session. And then we can see who of you knows the Lightning the best. So there's maybe a winner, but even the participation is fun and you will learn a lot, I think. So this is the fun program for the Monday, but we have a last day. So you can see it's quite a setup we have for you here. So we will start on the last day, on day 3 of the Hacksprint. We have Nickler giving you an intro into provable crypto for the Lightning Network. So some deep down crypto understanding. So maybe getting a better visualization of how we can do and what we can then do with multi-sig setups, etc. So definitely down the crypto rabbit hole over here. And then we kind of start to finalize the projects. So again, you're absolutely free whenever you're happy to work on your projects, but it would be great if we can, and on the day 3 at around about 5 p.m., everybody starts to finalize at least some results, like let us know what happened. If you can make a small video about it and put it on YouTube so we can play it on the wrap-up, perfect. We can even put you on the session and screen share something and demo something. But it's also, even if you just write in the wiki what are the outcomes, just some takeaways from the weekend, that would be great. So we have something for the archives and maybe for other people to depend or may research on that. All right, and then we will go at 6, we will go into the wrap-up. So this will be on day 3. We will then do the live stream. And again, I will go through all the projects and see where we are and where we maybe need to go still. And then as a fun project, not exactly sure about the time, maybe there's still a change, but I talked to Con and we maybe have another demo time of the Bitcoin bounty hunt. It's not by BitDevs. I have to correct this. This is not correct. This is from Con, from Donner Labs, the one-person shooter where you can earn some Satoshis, fight over some Satoshis in the play world. So get off something you Steam, some fun time at the end as your kind of party program. This is the program we have just for you on the Hacksprint. So if this is what you can do even without any ticket, you're just here, you can just enjoy it. But if you're one of the lucky owners of a RC3 ticket, you can you can join the whole kind of assemblies that we have out there, the 402 and Bitcoin Sofer. But even if you don't have a ticket, you can still check out the schedule over here. There's a lot of hacky stuff for you to check out. I think from a programmer perspective, even if you're in the crypto kind of thing interested, very interesting stuff out there. I think there's a Crypto Wars 2.0 session, or so check out the schedule over here. And there's a lot of free streaming. You can even watch without a ticket. And the Media CC is your streaming platform for all the main channels over there. So definitely go, if you're a little bit bored or need a break from programming, here should always be something. And there's also, and we have to link this in, I have to talk with Ben about it, there's also a live stream covering, not all the time, but Ben, I think from the World Crypto Network, and maybe Thomas and Josh will sometimes jump in, and if you like to talk about a project and give a little overview on the MetaMost, check out the VCN for World Crypto Network channel and let them know that you like to jump on the live stream and maybe talk about a topic, just to chit chat a bit on the live stream for other people then to visit. So far, I hope you're all excited. So this is quite. But that's it, right? So it was Christmas. So I hope everybody already found a present there. So yeah. So the next step is now to join in the MetaMost and connect on the project. Ask your questions. If you still have questions, we are available there. And from my side of view, I will see you on the wrap up in 3 days. But of course, I'm available and for any questions in the meantime. And we definitely support you on Raspberry Blitz and all the projects that I'm kind of involved in. So thank you very much for joining the Hacksprint, and have a good time. Have a good 3 days. See you on the other side. Bye bye.